Greeting listeners and welcome back to Gestalheim Productions, Stories and Science as we finish our Breach the Broadcast one-shot with special guests Stu and Henry. When last we left the We Are Cryptid podcast team, they had managed to make their way over to the exhibition hall just in time for things to get worse. Some casual planning and preparation led to them making their way to the restroom where they had found that even though they had reached some safety before reaching the boss room, the chaos outside had grown a lot more chaotic as more and more enemies had spawned. How are they going to make it through it? Stay tuned. If you enjoyed our shows, you should also be checking out the network we're a part of, the Fun Installers Network, whose promo will be playing next, and then we'll be on to the show.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. On the frontier of the internet is a new website being constructed called FuninstallersNetwork.com, where they install fun directly into your brain, where they do collaborations with other creators, such as video game reviews, podcast episodes, art galleries, and they even do little game master tips for you who like tabletop role-playing games. So make sure to go over to FuninstallersNetwork.com and tell them that this really cool radio guy sent ya. Now back to your regularly scheduled program, whatever it may be.
I'm really trying to think, it's like all of the merch, it's like general merch, right? So
Yeah.
all of the, it would be, so I'm trying to think what would have the most flammable shit, who's gonna have, I just need something with a bunch of clothing and a bunch of things that will also.
Oh, there is a big Furby booth in the center of the merch hall.
I heard that they're also doing a remake of Viva Pinata, and pinatas are incredibly flammable.
Yo.
Yeah, I'll say there's also Pinata.
Those are viable options. Huh. Okay. So are they near each other? Because I'd like to go for a two birds stoned at one time kind of dealio, if possible,
I would say if you look at the map, you're surprised to find out they seem to be positioned at opposite corners from each other of an intersection, as if someone was pitting rivals against each other to increase floor traffic.
Oh, hell yeah. So as long as I hit the radius perfect enough, I can, hell yeah, we're setting this bitch off. Okay, so I need to make, a think roll or a dash?
I think actually for this, it might be a shoot roll for firing the fireworks, since you're technically firing them.
Okay, so I gotta roll a d4 because I don't have a shoot.
Oh, well, okay. Actually, you know what? Well, I guess if you're just trying to dash in and set them off, I guess that would be more of a dash front, because I'm thinking for this, the initial attempt to draw them in is going to be a sway roll, because you're definitely going to be trying to manipulate the mob.
Yeah, I got that.
All right, that's a d8,
and then it'll be a dash to get in, unless you're trying. Well, yeah, I'll see it. It'll be a dash to get in and set off the fireworks.
Okay, go.
No, actually, you know what? No, it should be a think. I think because you're setting off a controlled explosion.
He's also got to time it really well.
Think would be great, because I am timing it as well as I've got to get the angle right so that I don't accidentally, put it in the wrong one and then waste our only opportunity.
Everyone roll dash first to get to where you're going to the booth. but it's going to be a combined roll, so it's going to be the highest between all three of you. That's going to determine the result.
Okay, so my dash is a 7.
And am I erasing 2 stress just to be also double clear from the med?
Yeah, because you're going to be there for the muscle. You're basically making sure.
Okay.
Stu. Also, by the way, everyone reduces 1 stress for resting in the bathroom, and you also Stu, you do an additional 2 stress you get removed because you used the med kit.
I'm gonna give that to, or I gave that to BB so he can reduce more. He was more beat up. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm down to 1 stress. Cool.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yep,
How you looking, Nick? You 1 stress?
I'm 1.
Nice. We're all even. We all look equally stressed, everyone. I understand, but we're gonna get through this.
It's a little pushing the nerves, but we're all good.
We can do it. It's fine.
Okay, guys, you ready? We're gonna do a quick countdown. 1, 2, 3. We are cryptids, and then we charge out there. Ready?
1,
2,
3.
3.
We are cryptids.
We nailed it. We do it perfect every time.
Yeah, you guys dash out there pretty well because one of you got a 7, so like that's a really good success. So I think you guys should make it all the way over to where you're planning to do this without catching attention of anyone.
And then I'm going to use my podcast honed perfect stage whisper, which is loud enough for everyone to hear, but it sounds like I'm trying to be quiet. And go, hey, if we hide inside these piñatas, they'll never be able to find us.
Okay, and that's going to be a sway roll because you're trying to come.
Oh man, I forgot I had to roll. I'm good at it though. D10, come on. 8.
Oh yeah, but Nate. Oh yeah, they are there. You just like hear silence for a minute, and you just could hear everyone moving in unison towards the piñata stand, and you start to see a crowd start to form from all the exits. Well, all the exits to the south and to the west, because that's where everyone would have been crowding anyway, because that's where the costume rave was, and that's where security would have been drawing attention. You see a couple hulked out security guards. You see the human Sentai pad of costume ravers. You see various vendors wielding various prop weapons and Nerf guns and all kinds of stuff.
And then I guess when we're there close enough, we want to light them up and then just get out as fast as possible. Was that our plan we previously agreed upon? Okay.
Yep. I'm just waiting.
Yep.
I rolled a 9.
Oh,
By the way, on my D10.
hell yeah.
Okay, so
This podcast's on fire.
Literally.
I think with a 9, you take out one of the fireworks and you fire it at this piñata. You think you didn't realize something. This was a Mexican brand M80.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
You fire into the piñatas and it explodes and it lights all the piñatas on fire and it sends all the piñatas screaming into the rest of the car and hitting random people on fire as it sizzles and pops and everyone starts screaming and running. And I like I need one last dash roll for you guys to make it to the entrance to the convention room.
I meant to do that, by the way. Oh wait, now it's a D6.
If I implement,
That's a D6. That's a 6 on my 6. Let's go.
hell yeah.
I can't beat that. I only have a D4, so just pull me along.
If I implement my my D6 garbage lid to block fireworks, can I roll that for my dash?
I mean you can, but they're all exploding in the opposite direction with that success.
Oh, okay. Well,
You still have your Captain Trash America lid for the coming battle as you guys.
Yeah, hold on to your lid. You're going to need that.
okay. All right. Well, I was just trying to roll D6, but I'll go with the D4. That's a 2.
Oh, you don't need. Well, it was a group dash because you guys are moving together, so it's a 6. You don't have to worry.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
You guys make it to the entrance of the
Thank
convention room as you head inside and you see your dreaded rivals, the Mackelberries, standing in typical boss battle minion poses.
Listen, now all I can think of is like the Dinkleberry from Fairly Odd Parents. Just Mackelberry.
Yeah, you see Triton Mackelberry holding a prop Triton down in a foyer. He goes, "Oh, well, you think it's the nasty boys."
What a critical troll you are.
That's a different podcast.
Oh, sorry.
And you see
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Chaddock Mackelberry holding an axe. Well, howdy, folks. You gonna go down? And Dustin is swinging around a bag of McDonald's in both hands.
I just got really hungry.
Right?
That was in character.
And he's very silent. He just glares at you, which is his signature move on his podcast.
Glare back. I can do that too, dog.
And then you see I can't remember the full name.
Mississippi goat shark goat.
Mississippi shark goat Mothman.
Yeah, Mississippi Shark Goat Mothman hops over in front of him and lands in the middle of the room. Superhero jumping in. And you see each of the Mackelberries also have a rune on their chest. And then we want to say there's a rune on the chest of the Mothman, on his forehead, and 2 on his arms. What do you guys do?
What else is in this room? And so like,
Is Grint not with the Mackelberries? Just out of curiosity. Grint's not there? Okay.
Yeah, Grinch isn't there. You heard that Grinch got called to a better radio show, so he had to show up for that.
Okay. So it's just the 3 of them. Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
and this is like a panel room, so it's like just like seats.
Yeah, it's a panel room. You see like chairs kind of like stacked and closed in against the wall, so it looks like they cleared out the area just for this boss fight.
That was nice of them.
Yeah.
Super nice of them, right?
I am going to push BB forward and say hit him with a mop.
All right.
I still have a sword, but
Listen, you Mackelberries, you've had your time in the sun, but now it's time for darkness to be part of your cancellation process. God damn it, that sucked.
Started real good.
I know.
You did great at the beginning there.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Man, guys, I got focus. Okay.
We'll fix it in post.
But yeah, he will stand imposingly.
About a boat squad, Chaddock brings up, and you see Dustin glare in his direction because he's stealing his bit. Because I can't try to even decently do it. And even the choking thing of Justin's voice, he's just too deep.
I am useless in fights, so I'm trying to think of something useful to do. I'm going to start stacking chairs, and I'll explain why later. But I'm going to purposefully move off to the side, so like I'm away from the 2 people who have weapons, and just start stacking chairs up.
Yeah, what weapons are they carrying? Somebody's carrying a McDonald's bag.
Dustin is swinging around 2 McDonald's bags like nunchucks.
Okay.
Chaddock has a giant Nerf axe on his held across his back.
Okay.
Triton has a little trident stabbed into the ground. He's leaning on it.
Okay.
I don't know what we're supposed to do. I guess I will charge. Are we charging now, or are we waiting?
I charge. I think
Charge. Okay. I've got my undersized garbage can lid in one hand, my broom leveled like a lance towards the dude with the Nerf axe, and I'd be like, "All right, time to measure out who's the best."
Can you measure up? Are you the best?
All right. So you're gonna bash him with the mop.
Hell yeah!
All right, that's gonna be a bash.
All right,
Crank him, John.
That's that's my D10.
I want to say sway. I count that as cutting mockery would be a sway. Just saying.
Oh, like trying to throw people off. Okay, I like it.
Yeah, I'm a very narrative role player, so like it doesn't always have to be pow pow. This is more cinematic.
Okay, I'll come up with a really good time timed insult.
That's a 5 on my bash.
Yeah. Okay, I think you bash into Chadrick and you just kind of like, with a 5, I think it's just like you just like swing the mop up and you literally mop the signal off him and then uppercut him with the mop.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of knocks backwards and falls. Because, he's just a podcaster and he's obviously a minion. Couldn't even get more than one sigil. Okay, and then it would be, I'm thinking. Also for the stacking chairs, Stu, I think they'll be either dash or sneak, depending on how sneaky you're being about it.
Yeah, it's more, I think, dash.
Okay,
They're actually both the same for me, but yes.
Okay,
and by both the same, I mean both terrible. So let's see, D4 2. Finally, the 4 has failed me.
Okay, yeah, I think you do this, and you're trying to do it sneakily, but this draws the attention of the Mississippi
Shark Goat Mothman.
Yeah, Mississippi
The Mississippi Shark Goat Mothman.
Mississippi Shark Goat Mothman, and he flies over to you and then grabs onto you and starts to lift you into the air.
Whoa.
Hey, big boy, put me down.
It's a boss battle. I gotta raise the stakes.
Yeah, I like it.
I dig it.
And he's preparing to stab you with his prosthetics, or not? Was it
Proboscis.
proboscis, and stuck on the. What would he stuck on?
Yo, does he have a proboscis and shark teeth? Because that's way more terrifying than I had pictured him. Holy shit!
I get.
Yeah, like his nose is a proboscis, and he has the shark teeth. The shark teeth are for
What?
Shark teeth are for getting rid of his remains after he sucks people dry like beef jerky.
Okay, I gotta update the drawing. Anyways.
You see the Mothman grab up your friend and lift him in the air. What do you do?
I hit him with the Master Sword replica.
All right.
I'm going to throw off his flying with my wingeding garbage lid.
Fuck yes, let's go. That's a 7.
Okay.
Dice, please don't fail me now. I will kiss you goodnight every night for the rest of your life. Please don't fail me now.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, I think you throw the sword at his back. You kind of like fling it like axe throw it, and it cuts into the wings and knocks it off balance as the Mothman starts to fall. And I think I think as you're seeing it fall, BB, I think do you want to try to roll to see? Can you see he's kind of tumbling? And I think if you want, you can roll to throw the shield to try to knock him so that it lands first instead of your buddy Stu, if you want.
Oh, to knock them as they're tumbling through the air towards the ground.
His wings taken out and he's starting to fall. And right now it's Stu is going to be the first one to hit the floor. And I'm giving you the option to try to hit him with the shield to try to take out the other wing.
Yep, Jared.
Or take out the rest of the wing to make it so he spins around.
Yeah, I'll give that a definitive shot with a bad number 2, unfortunately.
Okay, with a 2, I think you throw it, and you actually miss him, but it ricochets off the wall and hits Nick for 1 stress.
Oh God!
Damn it!
Catch!
So, ah!
And then as the 2 of you fall, you hit the ground with the Mississippi shark face gulp. The
Mississippi Shark Goat Mothman.
Mississippi Shark Goat Mothman. Why did I let you guys name the boss?
A Mississippi Goat face market.
But yeah, you both crash down in the chairs and you take 1 stress.
1 stress.
Because it was a great name, Sean. That was why. Okay, so we have 2 stress now. Got it.
I think with this, Triton and Dustin are going to rush you to you, Stu, and BB and Nick.
Okay.
And what do? You got the Tritons going for Nick with the Triton, and Dustin's going at BB with the McDonald's bags.
What? Oh,
I mean, I threw my weapon. Unfortunately.
You do have a computer.
Can I swing it like a bat? Just slip him with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll do that. I'll pull the laptop back and then like a swinging baseball motion, I'll just go to like whap him in the face as he like charges at me with his little Triton. And that's gonna be a D10 or a D8. Forget.
E10, unless you haven't used your computer yet.
Okay.
And you charge it.
That's a 7 on the D10.
Oh yeah, you managed to clock Triton just as he comes up. You parry him with the backpack, and I think he just kind of ripped the shirt off him, and he kind of shakes and falls to the ground as ruin was on the shirt and not on him.
Okay.
The fan base goes wild, and you don't know why. Okay, BB.
Yeah.
You've got Dustin charging you with McDonald's bags. What do you do?
I'm going to make a joke about where he's going to take those to go as I try to trip him with my boom broom and send him sprawling across the floor.
All right.
So am I rolling on boom broom?
Yeah.
Or am I rolling on... Okay. Cool. Come on, number 10. 4? 4's pretty close to 10.
Yeah.
Okay, I think you hit him, you swing up the boom broom, and you guys are just you manage to parry him, but you're not able to get a good swing like the other one.
Sure.
He's actually pretty athletic and surprisingly agile for a man swinging McDonald's bags. So he's doing like some Jackie Chan shit with the McDonald's bags.
McDonald's nunchucks.
Yeah.
He's clearly stealing that from you. You invented mouse nunchucks, and he's just trying to do it with something
I mean, obviously. Yeah, you know.
no one else has ever done that.
Mouse nunchucks is very unique, alright? Like
You're able to keep him distracted, but you're not being able to take him out like Chadwick, because he's just too fast, which is just scary considering this is their fast food guy.
All right, so my next move, I will not try to out finesse him and just beat him in the face with my face.
headbutt.
And Stu, you've crashed down into the chairs. You got the shark every time.
The Mississippi Shark Goat Mothman. I'll just say it.
Yeah,
MSGM.
yeah. I'm just gonna let Nick say it because he can say it with a straight face more than once, several times.
The Mississippi Shark Goat Mothman. 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 Sorry, what?
Excellent. Just reuse those every time you need to say it.
But yeah, he's on top of you, Stu, and he's getting ready to use his proboscis on your neck. What do you do?
No.
Okay, good. I was about to ask if I could tell where it's going. I'm going to reach into my bag of useful items. And my goal here is to try to distract him long enough, thinking he's getting a good tasty sip, that we can start working on some of these runes maybe, or just beat him to death with a mop. And I'm going to pull out from my bag of useful items a mason jar filled with pickle juice that BB had previously warned me was useful for keeping my electrolytes up in a hot, sweaty environment like this. And I'm hoping as he slurps on that, it's going to be so good, so tasty, and healthy for him that he's going to remain fixated on that for at least enough that we can try to deal with a few of these things.
All right.
Very good.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
That's a D10 now. And I got a 10.
Hell yeah.
This is the best pickle juice of all time.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, he's suckling on that pickle juice, and I think you actually hear him like.
And it's got that good saltwater flavor for the shark part of him. Goats love pickles.
Mm-hmm.
And this moth. Yeah, he's.
It's the perfect downfall for this guy.
Yeah, this is the one weakness.
It's his one weakness.
Yeah, I think he's so focused on this. Nick, I'll give you a free chance to run over and grab your master sword to go for one of the ruins with that high of a roll.
Hell yeah, let's do this. Count me in. What do I need to do?
I would say a dash. Well, first you need a dash to get over to get your sword, and then it's going to be another sword roll.
Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Dash is a D6 now. No, memento. I messed up. It's a 4 on the dash.
All right.
And then another D6 because the Master Sword is now a D6 because I used it. It's another 4.
All right. So I think you do this. You run over, you grab the sword, and you manage to slice up and hit one of the ruins. But because it takes you, I think it takes a minute to find the sword in all the table and all the knocked over chairs, so it gives him a chance to recover. And here's the thing: if you hit the ruin and you take out the ruin on his arm, that arm disappears. And he howls in pain before swinging over and just rushing. He pushes off of Stu and just rushes forward and headbutts you in the chest, knocking you back across the room. And you take one stress and you lose the Master Sword again.
Okay. Help!
Did you say each of them had a rune on their chest? Is that right?
They had a rune on each arm, a rune on his chest, and a rune on its head, I believe.
Oh, for the Mackelberries.
Oh,
They each have 4? Everything has 4?
Oh no, no, just the Mothman. The Mackelberries only had one because they're just minions. They're not really important.
Okay. Where are they located? Doesn't matter. They matter.
The Shattuck and Triton are both on the ground because they had the ruins taken out, so they passed out. Dustin is still weirdly expertly fighting BB with his nunchuck McDonald's bags.
and it is canonically Travis, not Travis.
Justin is the Mutt Squad one.
Which one? Justin, who is still standing with the
Yes.
McDonald's bags or the Trident?
Oh no, Dustin.
Well, yeah, Dustin.
Yeah,
Dustin has the McDonald's bags.
yeah, because
Can I suggest, Stu, that you should give him so much shit for not buying something with tacos?
That is true. I am going to actually pull out from my bag of reasonable goods, which I'm quickly diminishing from its D10. I'm going to pull out a Baja Blast, which is now sold in stores, as Dustin's previous shirt that he was a huge fan of was pushing for, and take a big refreshing gulp and turn to him and go, "Wow, you spent money at McDonald's? There's a Taco Bell closer to your house, and you could get a fresh, new, ice cold Baja Blast with that. And they always have way wilder new items on their menu."
All facts, no cap.
And it's mostly to try to just maybe get him to stop using his weapon is my goal here.
Okay, yeah, I think that's gonna be a sway roll.
Okay, that is a D8 for now. The one dice I don't have, stupid Google. D8. 5.
I think you see him look down. He looks at the bag. He looks down at his shirt, and he just falls to his knees. He's like, "Oh no, I've become what I hate."
McDonald's has the most limited menu now.
I'm going to eat the rune off of his shirt.
Did you say eat or beat? Sorry.
Go ahead. Well, what?
Said eat.
Oh.
Yeet or eat. They both work just fine.
Well, one's eating a shirt though, and one's like eating.
I kind of want to billy goat this.
I like it.
All right, I think that's going to be. I think that'd be more of a. I want to say that's more of a dash because you're going to have to rush in, and it's less of a bash. And it's a matter of getting a hold of the shirt and biting into it before he can react.
Well, that's unfortunate, but I'll stick to the bit. What did I cut you off, Stu? Were you saying something really funny and amazing?
No, I was not. You got it.
Okay. 4. Hell yes, 4.
All right, yeah. I think you manage to rush over, you bite it off, and you rip it off, and he falls back. But here's the complication. I feel like this is happening in media res. You start gulping out your... Nick hides into you from his being launched earlier, and you both tumble to the ground. So you've succeeded at disarming Dustin, but now You guys are both on the ground. The Mississippi goat-faced shark golf man. He tried.
I think that was your best one yet.
Yeah, I agree.
Is angry and is rushing at you, and he's only got one. He's got one arm instead of two arms, but he's rushing down on all fours. His shark mouth, his proboscis is like kind of like curling back up as he starts gnarling with his shark teeth. It's like he's done with you guys. He doesn't care to wait for you to be jerky. He's getting ready to shark bite you. What do you do?
Well, shark it on, and I'm gonna punch him in the snoot.
Ooh.
All right, that's going to be a bash.
Yeah, which is gonna be an automatic D4 for me. Holy shit, that's a 4 on the dice. Snoot punching in the smug.
I think, yeah, you hit him in the nose and just the perfect punch that it just caused him to head to smash down on the ground. And you actually damage the ruin on his head, and his head disappears, but he's still thrashing around. But here's the thing.
His head disappears? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
His head...
It's about to become a Hydra.
Head disappears, but he's still... I guess his head sort of like... I guess his head kind of like shrinks a little bit, and now he has like less... Let's say instead of it disappearing, he no longer has the prosthetic, and he just has like a cute little Jeff the land shark head now. as he... Wee! But here's the thing, you knocked him towards the ground, but he still had a lot of momentum. So your complication is that he's kind of somersaulting over, and he kind of rolls over you, Nick, and grabs you, and you guys are tumbling forward, and he kind of pushes you in a wall. He's got you pinned to a wall now. With one arm.
Oh, he's got one arm?
Oh, yeah, he's pinning him with one arm, like kind of like a one-arm tackle. That's how he's pinning Nick.
Okay. I would like to use my cables, if I can, my microphone cables, to wrap them around his chest and pull him off of Neck and tell him that he's nothing but an Alabama Nessie Wolf Boy Van Cam Alakazam.
He's an Alabama Hot Pocket.
Okay, it's going to first be a bash to pull him away. To draw aggro will then be a sway.
Oh, that's a 6 on my bash.
Oh, yeah. You managed to pull him away pretty decently, struggling with this thing around his neck.
Oh, my... I swear to God, I'm not cheating. That's another 4 on my D4.
We're so good at D4s. It's just keeps happening.
I know.
Okay, so I think you do draw aggro. He's
Sorry, you go first.
Go ahead.
I would like to do a stunt.
Ooh.
All right, yeah.
I realize that we created this man. Mothman, who's also a shark and a goat. And
this creature.
I'm going to try to affect his current state by starting an episode of our podcast. I'm going to go, hello, everyone. Welcome to We Are Cryptids. Bum, 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 bum. And I have some breaking news on the Mississippi shark goat Mothman, where he actually, according to reports, in the deep, dark depths of Mississippi, he has a strange weakness to any electrical cables. It's almost like silver to a werewolf, where it just burns his flesh and renders him weak. And see if my changing of his fiction can cause his current state to change.
I like that.
I don't actually remember how to do stunts.
Holy shit.
Golf clap.
How do I do stunts?
D12, baby.
Sorry.
It's a D12.
D12. Okay. Nice. My only metal dice. That is an 11. The second highest of numbers on a D12.
Okay, I think you do this, and it starts to shriek and scream and start to light on fire where the cable is. And with that high of a roll, I think as it does this freaks out BB a little bit, and BB pulls the cable down, and it doesn't take out the remaining arm ruin, but it does manage to slide down against the one on his chest, which just lights on fire and burns out as he starts to shrink into more of a natural human-sized build, if that makes sense. Like he's unhulking a little bit. And Nick, You've been freed from being pinned. This eye has it's lighting on fire from these cables, and you see exactly one ruin left. What do you do?
Can I bite it?
Yeah, you can bite it. That's going to be another bash because you're going to have to get your chompers in there to eat.
Okay, I got a 3.
I'm reconsidering my co-hosts after all this biting talk. Sorry, I talked over you. You should repeat that.
Okay, so you bite into it and you manage to rip it off, and the creature disappears. But I think what happens, you think you got it, Nick? You kind of lean back and you're like, you think you're all right. And then you realize you're also now on fire.
Yeah.
And you take additional stress. Guys, you see the Mississippi Mothman disappear? How does he disappear?
He just poops. Like, as I bite him, he just poops. Also, though, that puts me at 4 stress, guys.
We won't let you die.
Yeah, so you guys might want to try to put him out, because otherwise, Nick may die biting a shark man.
As funny as that would be, I'm going to...
Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die.
I am going to not beat him with chairs to turn him out. That was the first plan, but I'm calling an audible. I'm going to reach into my now...
Blankets.
I'm going to reach into my D6 bag, which, of course, my bag of reasonable goods, I do have a nice travel blanket to keep us all warm on those cold nights. Sometimes we get stuck in the van going to cons, and I'm going to have that. I'm going to just like bear hug him. I'm going to take it and just try to belly flop on top of him.
All right. Roll that beautiful item dice.
I am going to stand protectively over them while Stu performs this, just in case anything ill comes our way.
I do appreciate that because I rolled a 2.
Do you want to roll to help, BB?
Sure. What would that roll be?
I think that's a hard one. What are you trying to do when you see this? I feel like this is you see Stu kind of run over, and they're not quite making it over because I think they trip on the trident that was left over from Triton Mackelberry, and they kind of slide close enough. They slide over to you guys.
I think my shirt has seen a lot of better days, and he's just going to rip it loose, whatever's left of my shirt, like Hulk Hogan in the good old days, just tear it off and use that to smother him instead.
Okay, I think that'll be that could be a bash or a dash, or a dash, whichever one you feel best.
I feel a lot better about rolling a bash than a dash.
Yeah, because you're trying to force it on him and just putting out the fire. I think that's right.
Bash the fire out. I believe in you.
Bash. Bash it.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh. Hell yeah. I like the way that sounds.
7. My rage will quench your thirst for fire. God, I need some better lines.
No, that one was perfect.
No, that was gorgeous.
That one will go after the end credits.
You hit with the shirt, and you're just putting out the fire, and then the lights start to flicker back to normal, and you start to see the room kind of change a little bit. Like there's more people in it. Suddenly, they're kind of blinking back into existence. And congratulations, you've reached the broadcast.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any podcasts you want to plug before we go?
So many. Everyone should go. If you liked me at all, if I was funny or fun or nice or cute, any of those things, then you should check out Oops All Apocalypses, which is normally a Apocalypse World podcast. But if you just want to check us out and see if you like us, then listen to some of the most recent episodes under the Spoops All Apocalypses heading, where we're doing Monster of the Week. And that gives you a good, short, fully encompassed flavor for how our episodes usually go.
I have nothing to plug, but I will say hi to my daughter, Danica, just in case she's listening to this at some point.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's way better than my plug.
Oh, yeah.
And Henry will be appearing more often on Gestalheim Productions, just in case you're wondering.
Yep.
I hope my children never listen to me.
I'm around and about, but nowhere consistent. But maybe I'll become consistent.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
I hope you enjoyed this, listeners, and you can find Breach the Broadcast on our Ichigo, which I don't remember the name of, and I will add it when I do the editing.